Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff podcast, where there's going to be no laughter. We're going to be totally serious. My name is David.
How dare you? I'm Mary. You knew that would get me.
And this is where we talk all things Star Wars. And it
Good
is
stuff.
Black Friday.
It is Black Friday. Did you buy anything?
I did.
What'd you get?
No Star Wars stuff, though. I
Oh,
was this close to buying some stuff off the Regal Robot website, but it
okay.
asked for my credit card. And I was like, where's my credit card? I couldn't find it. And then something else came up and I totally forgot.
They
But
usually need that when you buy something.
Well, usually the websites say I can just bring up my information. It didn't do that for
Oh,
some
got
reason,
it.
or I think it asked me for my CVV number on the back of my card, and I just couldn't remember it,
839.
and so it lapsed. No, that's not it.
Dang it.
But yeah, before we get started, of course, like always, we want to thank all of our awesome top tier Patreon members out there: Lee McCallion, Kevin Leininger, Dan McCaffrey, Zach Nitzel, Matt Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Mariana Atia Arnold, Rest Jedi 27, Alex Bundell, and Indiana Solo. Thank you so much for your awesome love, support, and podcast hosting. Yeah, we're not
No
going to
problem.
laugh. We're not going to laugh
I
on this
know.
podcast at all.
You can't. Okay.
So I really wanted to do this podcast because Black Friday brings back really great Star Wars memories for me. So as we always talk about on the podcast, whenever Black Friday, the Phantom Menace, or not the Phantom Menace, the Force Awakens comes up, James and I have always talked about that memory of having that Black Friday teaser trailer for The Force Awakens. So much hype, so much excitement. We knew it was coming. We knew it was on the way. I don't remember how we knew it was on the way. I guess just the internet in general. There was some type of announcement. I can't remember. James was supposed to be on the podcast, but he's hosting family in LA. But I just really loved that whole experience waiting, and then they showed it in the theater. And then they showed it online simultaneously. They gave you the option to watch in the theater, which is so great. I live in a small town, so I was like, I'll just watch it in my house on my laptop. And what we got was really great. It was really special teaser trailer. We saw John Boyega for the first time as Finn. We got to see BB-8 for the first time. And the funny thing is, a lot of people didn't think BB-8 was like the new droid or the droid for the sequel trilogy. I immediately thought he was.
I did too.
And I really thought that was really creative innovation, where he was just essentially like a ball, like a half a sphere on top of a ball just rolling. I was like, oh my gosh, that just works. And of course, there was no merch, there was no toys, no nothing. People started creating their own stuff from what they saw. Mm-hmm. We got the view of that lightsaber with the cross guards. So you essentially got 3 blades, and there was so much hype, and people were like, who's that black figure? And of course we figured it was going to be Adam Driver. And then the voiceover, it was like, who is that? And then of course it was Andy Serkis. It was Snoke. But there was just so much hype around it. Daisy Ridley was a no-name then. She hadn't really done anything, and she's essentially starring. And everyone thought we saw Tatooine, and it was Jakku.
Yep. I remember that was my first thought. I was like, we're back on Tatooine. What are we doing here? And stuff. And I remember seeing BB-8, and I was just so excited that there was a new droid, and he was cute. And it was like, he gave me R2D2 vibes, but like a little kid version of him. That's what I remember thinking the first time I saw him like roll across.
And it really didn't help matters when they had Star Wars Celebration. They had a very like babyish type voice, like how they kind of did R2, but a little younger. And I was like, that's perfect. He's like a little baby droid. And then they decided to change it with like Ben Schwartz and Bill Hader redoing the sound for it. And it's like, it worked so good the first time around. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Not my decision. I guess it was JJ's, but yeah. Star Wars was back in 2015. That whole year was hijacked from me by Star Wars. That's all I could think about. That's all I could do.
We had been waiting for so long that was the drought. Like I joke that between Andor to Visions was a drought, but wasn't. It was just like a low rain and stuff, like sprinkles. But that from the prequels to 2015, that was a drought, you know?
That was a big drought. But then again,
Mhm.
from Return of the Jedi to the prequels, that was the longest drought of my life. I don't know if I was telling you or I think I was telling you about this, that when, or maybe I was telling Adam about this. Once I finished watching Revenge of the Sith at the theater in Austin, driving back, I was so sad and depressed. I was like, that's it. Star Wars is over. It's done. We're not going to see this until maybe George Lucas passes it on or gives it to someone else, but that's highly unlikely to happen. It's kind of strange, but it didn't seem like he was ever going to give away Star Wars like he did, or sell it off, I should say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't remember thinking that. I remember thinking like, oh, okay, Star Wars, these were really good. I really enjoyed the prequels. I hope they do something again. But I don't think anything ever crossed my mind like we would never get Star Wars again unless something happened, right? It was like, I don't think anyone thought the prequels were really going to happen and stuff, but then they did. So I remember when Disney acquired Star Wars, I was like, oh, this is it. There's no reason for Disney to acquire it unless they were going to go hard on like making just a ton of Star Wars content, because it was super expensive. They've got to make their money back. And I remember instantly going to the park and buying my Darth Vader t-shirt of him riding the Dumbo ride. Like that was the line of merchandise that happened almost instantly after Disney acquired Star Wars.
Wow.
They started putting Star Wars characters on t-shirts and things like that. And it was like Darth Vader riding Dumbo with 2 stormtroopers and the Dumbo behind him. Him in line for Star Tours, etc. So it was, I remembered instantly, I was like, finally more Star Wars merch that is very like fun and whimsical too at the same time. I didn't have to go to Etsy to try to find something in that kind of framework.
Yeah, there was already that kind of relationship between Star Wars and Disney. They had Star Tours, and they had, I think, Star Wars weekends where they had all the characters like dancing on stage.
Yeah, that infamous Boba Fett video.
The infamous Boba Fett video. What is that? What are you referring to?
Oh my gosh, you've never seen this? So it's exactly what you just described. It's like these Star Wars characters, they come out on stage and they dance. And there's this one clip that is super viral till this day where Boba Fett comes out and he's like break dancing.
Okay, like the GIF. Okay.
Kind of. I'll find the video. I will send it to
you. Okay.
And stuff. But yeah, and then they started doing the Jedi Academy for little kids. I know Zach shared a picture with us.
Yeah.
When he was like a little kid doing the Jedi Academy.
There is that one video of that little kid out on stage. He's like the last kid. Vader comes out, and he's not supposed to listen to Vader. And Vader says something, and he's supposed to turn around and walk off stage. Instead, he looks at him and then like kneels before him. And then someone's like, whoa. He turned to the dark side right there. Right
really fast.
Yeah.
He knew exactly he was being enlisted for sure.
Yeah. And yeah, once they released that teaser trailer, I was like, okay, this is going to be like our tradition. Every year we're going to get a Star Wars film, at least one a year until I die. And we're going to get this trailer, and it's going to be cool every single year.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
Yeah, and what we got a movie every 4 years? No, every.
So we got one in 2015.
Okay.
We got one in 2016, right?
Okay. Yes.
We got The Force Awakens, Rogue One, The Last Jedi,
Solo, and then Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. And then it just ended.
But I feel like I know a couple of them were a year apart, but wasn't there one gap of time where it was like 2 years, maybe almost 3?
I don't think so.
Because I remember thinking maybe because I'm counting like Solo, like not as a part of the the saga. I was like, man,
Mhm.
when are we gonna finish this story? Maybe that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
No, we pretty much got a movie every year, but then you kind of have to take into account the TV shows too, because we got Mando season 1 in
Mando.
2019. Then we got
Mhm.
season 2, I think a year or two later. I can't remember the
I think it
timeline.
was 2 years.
2 years later, and it was a great season.
And then we got 2.5 a year later.
Yeah, with Book of Boba Fett.
Mhm.
And then we started getting, man, it's so weird not to be able to remember and recall all this stuff like I used to. But yeah, eventually we got, what's the series that came after Book of Boba Fett? We got a Mando season 3, but we got
season
Acolyte.
7 of Acolyte. Obi-Wan was before
Obi-Wan
Acolyte.
is the one I'm missing. Yeah, Obi-Wan, then Acolyte, then Skeleton Crew. And then because the writers director strikes,
got a big
Crew,
pause.
Yeah, and Acolyte got flip-flopped for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's right. And then Clone Wars season 7 was somewhere in the beginning of this timeline. Was it right after the first season of Mando?
That's right. I totally forgot about that season 7. Yeah, I remember doing the podcast and we were waiting for that.
I was listening to the podcast while you were waiting for that.
Okay. That's cool.
I don't think people understand this. I would sit there and watch the pre-show, watch the show, and then come back to YouTube and watch the post shows.
That's awesome.
All the time. And I would be sitting there talking to my husband, being all like, man, David is so smart.
Well, you're the only one on this planet that thinks
I'm sure your 5th grade teacher would agree.
Oh, man. Who's my 5th grade teacher? I think my 5th grade teacher was Miss Vogel.
Okay.
In elementary school. That was my main teacher.
Yeah. I don't remember any of mine.
You just brought back my 5th grade memories. They all came rushing back.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a couple of teachers. I have a couple of like really like influential teachers. Okay, so I attended my 1st grade year in a brand new elementary school, and it was weird because it was a weird experience for me, but it didn't feel like it was a weird experience for all my classmates. But I had a teacher who her son was a star basketball player in high school, but tragically he was killed in a car accident.
Oh, sad.
My 1st grade year. And I just remember it was such a big deal. And my teacher didn't come back to teach us until the very bitter end. So it was almost like I wasn't getting my 1st grade education as well as I could have, because there was nothing but substitutes.
Oh, yeah.
And I struggled. I had trouble. And they decided to hold me back. So I got held back. Wow. So I did the 1st grade again. But then I had this awesome teacher that taught to like my skill set and my developmental process, the way I see the world. She taught me the English language.
Nice. And I love a good teacher like that.
And it was just like, it was just hard. It was almost like militaristic, but for kids. And she would just go over everything like repetitiously, like over and over and over. Like she just like drilled it into your mind, like how to pronounce, how like the alphabet. And I'm not sure. I can just remember we would sit on the carpet and she would hold this like big chart, and then she would sound out everything. And she was very, very clear and concise. And I was just like, it's weird to hear somebody say the sounds of each letter the way she's doing. But I mean,
she knew you needed structure.
I paid attention and I learned, and the English language just came very intuitively to me after that.
Nice.
It wasn't like I couldn't speak English before that, but I mean, I grew up in a bilingual household, and My parents spoke pretty good English for their upbringing because they primarily spoke Spanish growing up.
Okay.
So they did a really good job. They had no accent.
So tell me if you went through this same thought process. When I was a little kid, I grew up in a bilingual home as well. We spoke Arabic and English, and we moved to the back to the Middle East for a minute, and I had forgotten all my English. We came back so I could start school here in America, and then I remember trying to talk to my neighbor who's the same age as me and stuff, and he couldn't understand me. He's like, I don't know what you're saying. And I looked at my dad and I was like, what's going on here? And he's like, you're talking in Arabic. And I didn't understand that it was two separate languages. My brain thought it was all one language, but these were all just different words. And some words you can say in two different ways.
I didn't think that at all.
Yeah,
because I was still in the United States. I wasn't in a country that only spoke that other language.
Yeah.
But and that was a weird kind of thing for me because my parents would try and speak Spanish to hide things from me when they didn't want me to know certain things. But I'm like,
I speak Spanish.
You guys realize that I understand everything you're saying, right? And I can use context to figure out exactly what these new words that I maybe don't know, and I can figure out what you're saying.
That's so funny.
And then the thing that wouldn't make any sense at all, they would start speaking Spanish to me to tell me to do stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you just tried to hide something. I don't know.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was so odd. But yeah, I don't really speak Spanish that well. I can just interpret it, and I kind of get the gist. And I've never tried to speak. I mean, I never had friends that spoke Spanish. It was always English. And then, of course, when I would watch Star Wars, all that stuff was in English.
Yeah.
All the movies of America are in English. My parents never really pushed it on me. I wish they had, because being bilingual, you can make more money. My wife is a different story because she is bilingual. Her parents really speak no English. So, yeah, she has that advantage.
Are your daughters bilingual then?
No. I told my wife to just speak Spanish to me and let me try and get better at it.
Yeah.
She doesn't do it. I mean, even when we're dating too, I mean, she would speak English, and I had no idea she spoke. I had no idea she did really anything outside of like us dating. But, But yeah, she is like shockingly good at Spanish. I mean, she has no detectable accent either.
Oh, that's cool.
Wild. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited to meet her when I'm in Texas for SpaceCon.
You probably won't meet her.
Sad. No, I'm sad.
Unless she goes to the convention, which I don't think she will.
I was hoping we would all have dinner together or something.
Yeah, my wife isn't like into conventions or Star Wars or anything.
Sad face.
Yeah, she's into like a podcast, but not Star Wars podcast. It's like the typical like female that's into crime podcast.
I was gonna say, is it true crime?
Yeah.
Love it. I love a good true crime podcast.
Yeah,
it's what helps me sleep at night.
I do like to listen to those sometimes, but lately I'm just like, it's nothing too interesting.
How cool would be a Star Wars true crime podcast, and it's like revolving around Cad Bane and like bounty hunters and like Siths and stuff like that. That'd be so fun.
A live action series would be pretty neat.
Oh yeah. I think them giving us Cad Bane for that brief moment in live action was a tester to see how people would react, to see if they wanted to create a spinoff. Like, I don't think they ever introduce a character like that in live action without the intent to create more content from them. And they already know Cad Bane and stuff was so well liked in the animations. They're like, well, let's see how people react to him in like live action and stuff. So that would be a good one.
The first year of Rebelscom Con, a guy wore like a screen accurate Cad Bane.
Ooh.
And he had the voice. And I was like, Did you come from set or something? I mean, it was like I was like looking for the seams or something, and the dude looked like he was like an alien, like just with the
That's
hat and
cool.
the jacket, and I was like, wow. He wasn't there this last year though, but I could
Wow.
probably ask some of the showrunners if they knew the guy because it was impressive. Like truly, it was impressive. I was like, wow, that's a really good, one of the best I've
Yeah.
seen.
Man, I have a lot of respect for cosplayers.
I do too.
The amount of intent they put into creating their costumes,
Mm-hmm.
what they have to endure while they're wearing their costumes. I remember at LA Comic-Con, there were a lot of Mandalorians, and it was hot. It was really, even in like the AC convention, it was hot in there. I would see like a couple of people take their helmets off and just like drenched in sweat, and they stay in that all day. It's crazy.
Yeah, as a TIE pilot, wearing all black.
Oh yeah.
If you go outside, if it's 100 degrees out here in South Texas, you go outside for like a minute, you're instantly soaked in sweat. Instantly. No. I do have fans in my bucket that will just circulate the air, but it's still wild. Wiki on YouTube is watching us. Yo, what's going on? We're just reminiscing about Black Friday and the Force Awakens teaser trailer in our personal lives.
Tangents.
Yeah. Tangents.
Yeah.
Somebody.
This is the stuff part. Star Wars and stuff.
It's all related. Part. It's all related. Yeah. We're a Star Wars podcast, and we're talking about our stuff. Yeah. Yeah. What were we talking about again? Star Wars?
You have fans in your TIE fighter.
So it's essentially PC fans are in my TIE helmet bucket. It'll circulate the air, which gives you
it's just hot air.
A little bit of relief. But yeah. I mean, it's the basic like scientific principle. If your head is hot, your body's hot. If your head is cold, you're generally feeling cold.
I know. So. I'm gonna bring those like towels that you run in water and then you snap them and they're cooling towels.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm bringing those with me. And I bought like for so what I got for Black Friday today, I bought a portable fan. I am preparing. No, well, me.
Oh, okay.
I got me.
Well, I mean, for SpaceCon in June, we'll be inside.
Yeah. What?
So
we got to walk from the house of the door to the car. From the car.
It won't be that bad.
I haven't told otherwise.
It's not like the Middle East where it gets like 120.
But that's a dry heat. It's very different. It's manageable.
Yeah, it is pretty humid here in South Texas.
Oh, so don't bother doing my hair. Up in a ponytail the entire time.
Yeah. I can't really comment on that. I don't have long hair, but it's always like a shock to your system every time you go fly to Celebration, then fly back into San Antonio, and you step outside for the first time. It feels like you're walking in water.
Oh no!
It's like oh.
When I land in LA, when I travel and I come back to LA, it's like you're walking into a weed dispensary. That's what it feels like. I wish it was just humidity. It's just like weed and cigarette smoke hitting you in the face at LAX.
I didn't experience that when I flew back from Japan and hit LAX, but
did you go outside?
I had to go outside to go to my terminal for the different airline, I think, which was when I flew back.
Yeah.
And it was so weird because I had never flown into. So I always fly out of and into Austin's airport, but they flew us into their like auxiliary part of the airport, and it was just a small building. And I was like, this is weird. And you had to wait for the bus to take you back to the main airport to get your car.
Interesting.
And we kind of just waited there. But the cool thing is I ran into a guy that was also
Christensen.
Well, no, this is in Austin. So I ran into a guy, I think he's from San Antonio. This was flying back from SDCC.
Okay.
So, yeah, he told me he went, and we talked about that. And he's a pretty cool guy, and he followed me on Instagram. I follow him, and we always react to our stuff. So it was interesting.
Nice.
And the weird thing is, he looks like Ted from Countdown.
Oh, how funny!
It looks like they could have been like brothers or cousins or something. I don't know.
Is Ted adopted? Maybe this is his long lost brother.
I don't think so.
Oh,
but
that would be a great movie.
But what this guy that I met does, he takes like the action figures we grew up with, and he will customize them. He will kind of like kit bash in a way and put like different figures together and make like different scenes. And he said, like, this is my passion. This is what I love to do. I'm like, okay. And yeah, he was pretty cool to talk to. He went with his son. Okay. And we talked about Star Wars. We talked about X-Men.
Cool.
Yeah, you would have liked him.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully he goes to SpaceCon. I probably need to shoot him a message, say, hey man, you're already there. Just go. You probably do a booth or something, because I think he's got like a lot of like scenes that he set up with his action figures.
Oh yeah, that's so smart.
Yeah. So yeah, Black Friday. I hope everyone's out there being safe. It's really dangerous right now in South Texas because it's raining.
Oh no!
I'm glad I'm off the roads right now. But yeah, everybody traveling back home, flying back home, safe travels. And this should be a big time Star Wars holiday.
Yep.
But
not this time. But I'll say this, there has been a lot of news dropping, a lot of interviews happening, a lot of news dropping this last week and stuff. So I don't know, maybe it's just kind of like a warm up. Maybe they'll make Christmas a big part of it. I still think we're going to get a brand new trailer for Mando Grogu during Christmas.
I don't know. The thing that we always talk about is the fact that Lucasfilm will just randomly drop stuff.
Yeah.
If they were to just like let us know, hey, this thing's going to drop on a Tuesday, then we can kind of get excited for it.
Yeah.
And then we watch it. Because like the Mando trailers, they were for the seasons on Disney Plus, they were just randomly dropping them. And we were like, if they would have told us, we could have like podcasted about it. We could have did all our theories and speculation and just have like some nice hype to it. And no, they don't like to do that.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea why they don't do that? I mean, to me, that would just like help spread the word more and get people hyped.
I wonder if it's they don't want to overload the systems. Like if everyone logs in kind of situation to Disney Plus, to like if they said we're going to drop a trailer on Disney Plus on this day.
Yeah.
And then everyone logs in and it just crashes out. I feel like that might be a reason. Like that's the top one that comes to mind. I think the other part of it is they don't want people to speculate and do things too soon and stuff. Like they want people to jump on like when it happens and stuff, because then they can kind of control what is said and done when it comes to those things to an extent. Obviously they can't control what everyone says and does, but at least like they can say, you know, if they said we're going to drop a trailer 1 week from today, everybody is going to be like podcasting and like throwing videos up of what their speculations are for that entire week and stuff. And then something might get leaked, or that's when people get really tempted to leak stuff, you know?
But to me, it's like if people leak stuff, that even helps with the hype, you know?
I don't disagree with that.
I mean, yeah, you don't want people to break the law or anything, or break copyright or anything like that. But it does add to the overall just general hype about things. And if I was running Lucasfilm, I would be kind of like, okay, that's a good thing. People are like talking about it, and we can see that people want this stuff.
Well, it's even crazy to me. So Mando and Grogu comes out in like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Like they've dropped one trailer. They've dropped one teaser poster,
Disney,
one promo.
Right, because they have so many other properties. Yeah. They have Avatar. They want to have that first trailer for Doomsday. They want that to go over well.
It feels like I have nonstop hearing things about Starfighter though, and that's 2 years out.
Well, I mean, Sean Levy is doing a lot of press right now for Stranger Things. I think that's why.
That's true. That's
all the journalists are like, I gotta ask you about Star Wars, and then Sean Levy, to his credit, he'll talk about Star Wars and he'll start dropping. He drops stuff, and it's like, cool, that's
he
what
wants to hype up his movie.
Yeah.
So, did you hear the one piece where he said they're filming the last part, the third part right now, but they had to change some of it and improvising and having a plan is great, but being able to be flexible is what creates really special moments. And he used Jaws as the example. Like it is the movie it is now because of what they had to deal with.
Yeah, the shark didn't work.
James would be so proud of me to drop some Jaws knowledge right now.
He's probably watching. That guy?
Yeah. Oh, maybe. James, if you're watching, give me a thumbs up. So like he talks about that and he says that, and it made me think after we talked on Wednesday, I was like, I wonder if, so this is my speculation, if the ending was going to be about Rey, like getting dropped off at Rey's training facility or whatnot, or temple and stuff, and then everything that's happened, and they had to say, nope, we're not going to use her. You're not using any legend characters, nothing and stuff. And then that's what he had to change. And it was such a small piece because I think the speculation was that she was just going to be there for like a second. No, no dialogue, no nothing. But now they have to change the ending in the sense of like, or where does this kid go? What happens at the end of this kind of thing?
I have the sense that it's a fake out, that they're saying that like no one's going to be in this, but Daisy Ridley's going to show up in this.
That'd be cool. I hope so. I really hope so.
Yeah.
I think she's a character that has so much potential and then got kind of done dirty a little bit.
Yeah.
And stuff. But I remember seeing the trailer where she jumps and flips over the TIE fighter and stuff. And I was like, man, this is a character I want to love and stuff. And I really hope they do some crazy things with her and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, so did you watch Stranger Things yet?
Not really. My kids were watching it.
Never mind.
My adult children were watching it.
Tell them to text me later. Tell them to text me later. I have things to talk about.
And then I went on TikTok and I saw people talking about like the ending with Will and the Demogorgons and all that stuff.
Yep. Well, I was going to bring up the first episode where and I guess I'll talk about it. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear this.
And it was in the trailer, right? What you're going to talk about. So it's not really a spoiler.
Yes. Yeah. So there's a training sequence and 11 is like running through, doing flips, moving things with her mind. And I want to take that and put it up next against Rey's training sequence and stuff and see how much it actually lines up. Because it made me think of it for sure. But is it just like reminiscence or my Star Wars brain trying to make it into that kind of thing? But, it feels very much like Sean Levy kind of pulled a little bit of both.
Yeah. There was a breakdown that I saw that what 11 is wearing, it mimics what Josh Brolin wore in the Goonies.
Oh, cute.
Because he wore shorts over his sweats and he wore the bandana.
Very 80s vibe.
Yeah. And I think there's also a Rocky reference in there somewhere. But
cute.
Yeah, much like what Favreau's kind of doing with all of this series, there's a connection to the 80s, like all this character actor that he brings in, like Carl Weathers and Michael Biehn. It was Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
All 80s connected characters. Sigourney Weaver and Mando and Grogu.
I'm really excited for her.
Yeah, and I love the way he explained it. He said, if Star Wars never stopped after Return of the Jedi and we just casted the people of that time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool and unique. A lot of people don't talk about that, but essentially that's what he's doing. And of course they can get anyone they want because they're Star Wars.
I know lots of really A-list actors that will just take the smallest role where they don't even like show their face and stuff just so that they can have a credit of being in Star Wars.
Yep, Daniel Craig in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And then the Princes of Wales. And I don't think they made the cut though.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
And one of the more infamous stories was the fact that Lucasfilm did put NSYNC, the band, in Attack of the Clones, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They were there.
That would be a good trivia question.
They didn't. Yeah, what boy band made it into a Star Wars film? Yeah. That didn't fly. I remember a lot of fans back in the early 2000s there were irate at that. They're like, this band is not going to be an all-time band. Don't put them in Star Wars.
Little did they know.
I don't know.
I think I still have my poster. I still have a poster of them. So yeah.
Interesting.
It's rolled up somewhere in my dad's
the Backstreet
attic.
Boys did the whole residency for the Sphere.
Yeah, they have a comeback.
So they beat Star Wars to the Sphere, essentially.
Yeah. I think the only boy band of our time that really didn't go anywhere after a while, there's like two. 98 Degrees, they had like a couple of hits.
Yeah.
And then they kind of vanished. And then O-Town. Do you remember O-Town?
Yeah, O-Town from Orlando, right?
No, I thought they were maybe. I know one of them went to high school with my cousin in Rancho Cucamonga. I know that. I don't know where else they lived though. But I remember watching those, the making of a boy band.
Yeah. Yeah, the big one was New Kids on the Block when I was in the first grade, going back to my first grade. That was my first exposure to boy bands and seeing how like all my female classmates were like in love with them. And I was like, this is a weird concept, a bunch of young kids singing. And I mean, I'd already known about the huge Latino boy band known as Menudo. Yeah. So, and I was like, these guys are like Menudo, huh?
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, I mean, there's like Donnie Wahlberg. He's a terrific actor. He's in Band of Brothers. And then, of course, his brother, Mark Wahlberg, is Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark.
Man, I remember that transition from him being a rapper into an actor.
Yeah.
I was all for it. I think it started with that like runway like that he did.
Yeah, he's been Calvin Klein.
For Calvin Klein, that's right. That. And then he did a runway walk, and that's when after that is when he started doing the movies. I remember it so vividly.
See, this is all the stuff that we were concentrating on when there was no Star Wars.
I know.
When George took a break and just decided to raise his children. This is what we were like absorbing.
I know, like so many people are people are upset that Disney bought Star Wars, but I mean, I feel like we've got so much. We would not have any of this. We would have no Star Wars if Disney had not bought.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that a lot of people, it's younger people that don't, and older people, I guess, kind of. We're like in that sweet spot where it's like, we're just happy that we're getting something to watch, talk about. It's high quality. We might not love it, but I mean, there's still stuff that's going on, and they're very much in their infancy, kind of. Disney owning Lucasfilm.
Agreed, and I think that's what a lot of what we're seeing of this like mixed bag is them figuring it out. right?
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out what is fan service, what is storytelling, what is moving the story forward, what is expanding the world, right? And I think they've been successful in the spaces where they're expanding the world, right? Andor, Clone Wars, season 7. I don't think there has been a show, me personally, that I have not liked outside of one. And that was Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that was a little surprising the way it ended up on screen, because we saw Boba Fett one way and the Mandalorian season, where he came out as like this just badass dude. And then he was all super soft in the Book of Boba Fett.
I know. And I was like, I get it. You're getting older. But it's like, you either be a ruthless gangster or you continue being like this nomad, like roaming through with the Tuskens, you know?
Yeah, one of my goals is to become friends with Jon Favreau and eventually ask him about that. Man, how did Book of Boba Fett end up the way it ended up?
Yeah.
And he would probably explain it to me, and I don't know.
I know. I mean, we've already got a glimpse that, you know, if Iger doesn't like it, it doesn't happen. I think a big part of it is like they're scared to lose money, but it takes a lot of money to make a Star Wars anything. I mean, how much they spent on Andor, how much they've spent on the movies. I mean, at Celebration, Dave Filoni made a joke during one of the panels. I think it was the Ahsoka panel, when he talks about the Lothcat kittens. And he's like, they're tiny, they're small. You can buy them in all different sizes and colors. We've got to pay the Disney people back to let us play and make these shows and stuff. But I feel like there is like so much truth behind that joke, where it's like, how do we make the money back for these things? Especially streaming kind of shot them in the foot. And they're scared to do movies because movies cost a lot and they don't always get it back.
Not as much as Andor. Andor is like 4 movies.
Yeah.
If it was actually $700 million. And then the Acolyte budget was like insane too.
Yep.
And it's like, where did that money go?
There wasn't a lot of special effects. It was the actors. It was the high level actors that they're getting, right? Like that was one of George's big things. I want unknown people. Mark Hamill wasn't really known. Carrie Fisher wasn't known. Harrison Ford was slightly known but Harrison Ford wasn't even supposed to be Han Solo. He was just kind of filling in until they found somebody. But that's a big part of it. When you're going to have A-list celebrities, you're going to pay for A-list celebrities.
Yeah.
That's why we say like Amy Adams is getting 2 minutes. 2 minutes of screen time. That's it. That's all they can afford. Sigourney Weaver, what you saw in the trailer, that's it. You've seen her.
Man, Sigourney Weaver has Star Wars now, Ghostbusters, and
Aliens. I know.
That's a really good trifecta there.
And she's never gonna do what's so sad is she's never gonna
Avatar. We didn't even say Avatar.
Yeah. She's never gonna do a con.
Yeah, probably. Well, I think she's at Celebration. I guess
Celebration is different.
It is still a con.
She was there promoting though. She wasn't signing. She wasn't doing photo ops. Imagine getting a photo op of Sigourney Weaver. I don't even know what fandom items I should bring with me.
Bring them all.
I don't have enough suitcases.
Oh, jeez.
For everyone I want to meet and see and stuff and talk to, I don't have it. I don't have enough suitcases. I'm going to start shipping you more things. Okay, what were you going to ask?
I think I already forgot.
We were saying Sigourney Weaver Avatar, and you said,
yes.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thanks for jogging my memory. Do you know anyone in your life that says Avatar is my favorite franchise?
Favorite franchise?
Yeah.
One person comes to mind, but I don't think it's his favorite franchise. I think he just really loves the movies.
Okay.
Oh.
There's really no one out there. That's the thing. You
No.
don't really meet anyone that says, "Oh yeah, Avatar. I love it more than Star Wars. I love it more than Star Trek. I love it more than Ghostbusters." You don't hear anyone say that.
Okay, this is bad. I do know one person, but I have not
Okay.
spoken to this person in like 15 years.
Yeah.
It was when the first Avatar came out. He took me to go see it. It was a date.
Hmm.
And he would not stop talking about it. And then I remember the last conversation I had with him. I was all like, "So Avatar, huh? It's your thing?" And he's all like, "It'll always be my thing." I was like, "All right, dude, have a great life."
Yeah.
And stuff. So I think I don't know if that's still true for him, but I know one dude.
Yeah, I've never met a single person. It's cool and all. I mean, James Cameron kind of did it again.
Yeah.
And being the king of the box office. I think he has the top out of the top 5, like, or top 4. He's got 3 movies in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Avatar 2, Titanic, and then The Force Awakens is smushed in there somewhere.
But do you know anyone who loves Titanic is like their main thing? Above all,
he's on the podcast. It's his second thing, I guess. I think it's James. James is trying to tell me like he loves Titanic.
Oh yeah, I think he was trying to tell me to read a book about it one time. I was like looking for a new book to read, and he's like, "There's a great Titanic." No, he's talking to me about a Jaws book.
Yeah.
But James is an actor and he loves movies, so like it makes sense.
Yeah, I thought Titanic was pretty good too. I love the whole story behind it too, because
yeah,
people were going to say it's going to be a huge disaster because it was the most expensive film of all time. And people hadn't even seen it yet. And I'm like thinking, how did they know it's going to be a disaster? It might have a great story. And then, of course, it did what it did. Special effects were great. It was accurate down to like the pieces of wood on like the banisters, except for the night sky. The night sky was wrong, according to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
So
I know.
I think in the re-release they gave him the right sky.
Yes.
So you see the actual stars.
Yeah.
You saw that the people were freezing in those waters.
Yeah.
Just dying.
So this story was told to me once about the guy who plays Cal. I forget, Billy Zane.
Yes.
God, good job, Mary.
The Phantom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. So he was the one who suggested that while they are floating away, you see the Titanic sinking in the back.
Mm.
And they added that in, and now that's like one of the greatest effects of that movie.
Mm.
And stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, I know they shot the water stuff in Mexico.
Oh, really?
And they had to digitally create their breath because it wasn't cold. So inevitably, when you shoot a movie, if you're supposed to be really cold, it's actually really hot. If you're supposed to be really hot, it's actually cold. So you have to act usually. So yeah, Countdown to the Geek says Sigourney did a con in Houston around 5 years ago.
5 years ago?
Yeah.
That's when she was on a break from making movies. She said, I need some extra cash.
Ted would know because he's a big Ghostbusters guy.
Nice.
And,
Ted, if you're watching, what's your favorite Ghostbusters?
He's going to say the original. I know Ted. I like part 2 a lot. I grew up with part 2.
Part 2 is great. I love the original. I love part 2, but I really enjoyed the all-female version.
Oh, okay.
I love Miss Melissa McCarthy. I love Kate. Her last name is escaping me. McKinnon.
Yeah.
She is one of my favorite SNL.
Yeah.
People of all times, for sure.
Yeah, she's really good.
Here's the thing. Is it a great Ghostbusters movie? No, it's not. Was it a lot of fun? Absolutely. I will say this. I don't like this little kid version ones, like the granddaughter. Not about it.
The Stranger Things
all
version.
Of them. Yeah. Yes. Not about it.
Yeah. I mean, objectively, I can look at it and kind of critique all the films. But yeah, the last one,
Yeah.
The Frozen Empire, it was very non-eventful, kind of basic storyline. There's just, I mean, yeah, cool. You have what's the guy's name? You have Finn Wolfhard in there, of course, to get the younger kids there from Stranger Things, and then you have Paul Rudd in there. He's great. He wasn't as great as he probably should have been in this movie.
Exactly. And I love Paul Rudd. I loved him in Friends. I loved him in
Clueless.
I loved him in Clueless. I mean, Clueless freaks me out, but it does. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird to watch it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only thing I still like from it is the fashion.
Yeah.
I was all like, as a 90s girl, I'm like, yes, absolutely. Love it. But that's it. I loved him in the one where he's in the married couple and he reviews bands, and then him and his wife are having the issues and stuff. And Melissa McCarthy's in that one too. Oh, man, what is it called?
Ted probably knows. He's a third member of the podcast tonight.
Hey, Ted.
But yeah, so it brings up an interesting point, because do you think we have hit that point in Star Wars where we're going to start having like bigger movie stars, like this next movie coming up, Starfighter, Ryan Gosling, Amy Adams?
Yes. Ryan Gosling's not cheap.
Most of these people were Star Wars fans growing up, and now they get to be in it.
Yeah.
Is there a discount maybe in there? I don't think we know the salaries yet, but
I think it'll be interesting to see how much Starfighter costs at the end of all of it said and done. I mean, they're going to be literally working on this movie for 2 years. That's not cheap in itself, right? Like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you like how long a typical movie like this would take from shooting to getting to the theater, and like the times in between and breaks, but 2 years feels like a long time to be working on a movie.
Yeah.
And stuff. And that's got to be costly. I think Ryan Gosling would not take a pay cut. I just don't. I think he's going to say, I'm a big part of why this movie will be successful. Like, he brings his own outside of Star Wars fandom in. So this brings up my thought process. Do you think they're aiming towards these bigger actors and stuff like that? Well, also, isn't Ryan Gosling a part of like the Disney umbrella?
Yes, he is. He was a Mickey Mouse Club kid, and it brings us back to NSYNC because Justin Timberlake was there too.
Correct. Maybe Britney Spears is next. Who knows? But maybe that's a girl can dream. Okay, I would love to see her with a Cantina band. I'd love it. But maybe that's where like the connection and the discount would come in. I don't know what his relationship with Sean Levy is. I don't know, but I can't picture him taking a pay cut because it's Star Wars and getting the chance to be in Star Wars. He doesn't need to be in Star Wars. He's going to bring his own fandom with him to Star Wars. All these Ryan Gosling girlies are going to be like, well, I guess I'll watch Star Wars now that aren't already into Star Wars, for him. So I can't see him taking a pay cut. Sigourney would not. In the Mando movie, I think she likes the idea to be able to add one more fandom to her roster. And maybe that might be the only reason she would give a discount to it.
Yeah.
Amy Adams, honestly, I don't know.
I mean, she's under the Disney umbrella big time because of her Enchanted movies.
Pedro Pascal does not take a pay cut. He does not give a discount. And he's a voice actor for the most part for Mando. He took the helmet off once or twice.
I think 3 times. Once with Bill Burr.
Yes. When he says bye to Grogu.
When he says goodbye to Grogu. And there's got to be a third time, I thought.
There was the one time,
like they slide the camera down and he puts his helmet down
when he's going to eat.
Really yes,
but we don't know if that's him.
Counting that.
I know that's the one, but we don't see his face in that one.
Right. Oh, I got it.
What is
at the end of season 1, when IG-11 has to spray the back spray
to save him. Yeah, that's right. You're right. You're right.
He says no.
Like I said, David's so smart. You're so smart.
I just had to go through the Rolodex as quick as possible.
Yeah.
But it's interesting you do bring that up, because I was listening today to another podcast and I heard them speak about the fact, and we're trying to reason why Bob Iger didn't want to do the Ben Solo thing, is because he thought Adam Driver couldn't head up a movie and make it was like box office for that particular movie or series or trilogy or whatever. He didn't think he could lead that. He didn't think
I'll give him that.
he was going to attract moviegoers like a Ryan Gosling can.
Agreed. I do agree with that. Adam Driver is a brilliant actor. He's an indie actor. He's made for indie movies. He's made for these small, really intense roles.
Yeah.
Can he carry a whole movie on his own? I've seen him do it once in The Marriage Story, but even then it was kind of rough.
Interesting.
So
I'm trying to think what Adam Driver films or anything else I've seen outside of Star Wars. I don't think I've seen anything. I've seen clips of him on Girls. I've seen that one clip where he's arguing with Scarlett Johansson in that Marriage Story movie.
That's Marriage, and that's like that's his biggest scene in it.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's great for these small, intense moments.
Yeah.
But the rest of the movie, he's kind of like, eh. He's a great actor for indie movies. He's so emotional, so raw, so intense. Like, I love seeing him in those spaces. As Kylo Ren, I thought he was great, but he didn't have to carry the movie on his own.
I think it truly freaks out Star Wars fans that Adam Driver wanted to come back to Star Wars on his own free will and brought Steven Soderbergh with him with the script that he thought was awesome. I mean, all those factors weren't good enough to get a movie greenlit.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Do you think if it was just Adam Driver, just on his own, unknown director, unknown writer, nothing, just him saying, I wanted to do this, do you think it would have still gotten the same traction?
No, because if you're saying unknown, like we never saw him before as Ben Solo or Kylo Ren.
No. Like it's not, sorry, you just said his name.
Steven Soderbergh?
Yeah. If Steven Soderbergh was not attached to this.
If it was just Adam Driver
Adam Driver by himself. He just came.
I wouldn't think Soderbergh would like subtract from the possible green lighting, but I mean, you have an Oscar winning director attached to it. It's like, how do you say no to that?
Money. That's what it came down to.
Yeah.
I don't think they wanted to invest in it because they didn't think they would get it back.
So is that telling us that got more in the roadmap for stuff that they haven't told us about that's going to drop with bigger actors in mind?
Okay. Maybe. I mean, who's the biggest actor in your mind right now outside of Mark Hamill, Harrison
Daniel
Ford,
Day-Lewis, Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. in a Star Wars movie?
That would be really weird, but not not impossible. But I mean, he's so synonymous with Marvel. It would almost look too desperate in a way. I mean, Marvel's already looking desperate to a lot of people by recasting Robert Downey Jr. back in there after he died as Iron Man.
That's what I was literally going to say. They just recasted him in Marvel because Marvel is like losing it.
No.
You don't think they would bring him in for Star Wars? I would think Robert would. I would, first name basis, Robert. I think he would love to do a Star Wars movie, to have Star Wars under his belt.
Well, the actors from Marvel that I do know that absolutely love Star Wars and want to be in Star Wars is Chris Evans and Brie Larson.
Yeah. Brie Larson.
They want to be involved really badly, but nothing.
Dude, I love her. I would love to see her in a Star Wars movie. I would have taken Brie Larson over Amy Adams in Starfighter.
I think Brie Larson wants to be a Jedi, and so does Chris Evans. It's possible that they've been asked to do certain things, like a Jude Law type role, possibly.
Yeah.
And they probably were like, if I'm not a Jedi, I'll wait till the next one.
Jude Law is another great example of them pulling in these big names, right? Jude Law, the actor who plays the main Jedi in Acolyte, not Manny Jacinto's character. Master Soul.
Yeah,
he's a big name actor.
Yeah,
this is the new wave. They're spending a lot of money on getting A-list actors to try to
pull
different fandoms in.
The rumor was they offered it to Keanu Reeves and he turned it down.
Well, he's holding out for Revan for sure. He's said it many times.
That's what the fans of fan cast him as.
Yeah, I would love to see him as Revan.
Man, he's not getting younger. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, he can still do a John Wick movie. He can do a Star Wars movie. If he can do a John Wick, he can do a Star Wars for sure.
And it's like, why haven't you jumped on the Old Republic stuff? They announced it in London. They put it on the timeline. When is that coming? I hear no rumblings about that.
I think Acolyte was a taste of it. It didn't do what they wanted it to do right off the bat, and now they're pushing all that away. Which is so sad because I thought Acolyte, there was only one thing I didn't like in the Acolyte, and it was the child acting. And I'm not knocking on the kids. The kids did a great job, but I mean, it stood out.
In Acolyte?
Yeah, the little girls. I was like, this feels forced.
Oh, it wasn't that bad to me. I don't think it was bad.
It wasn't bad. It just felt forced. That was the only part that stood out to me where I was like taken out of the world and stuff of Acolyte. Outside of that, I thought it was amazing. Like Manny Jacinto's line, I want an acolyte, I want a pupil, that lives with me forever. Writing was beautiful. The choreography for the fights was beautiful. The story was beautiful. And we got to see a whole different version of the Force, which I thought was amazing. Never would I've ever thought that.
You know, I just had a thought here. Like trying to convince Bob Iger to do something. It's like me in the 90s trying to convince my dad to do something. It makes all the sense in the world, but there was pushback for whatever reason. And it's like, why don't you just say yes and just do it?
Yeah. I know he's supposed to retire. He retired, came back, was supposed to retire like a year ago to find his like successor. I'm so curious where he is on that. I wonder if all these things like the Ben Solo project. Okay, hear me out on this. This is a theory. I think they had Adam drop that info to see if fans would come to it.
Yeah, it's a big litmus test.
Yes. I think they do that a lot where they just leak a little bit.
I mean, they could make it work to their favor and be like, we heard you fans, you spoke loud and clear, and we're going to give it to you. That would have so much goodwill for Disney, Lucasfilm, Star Wars in general.
They would
be like, yes, we listen to the fans. We're going to do it. And if it's bad, it's your fault.
We told you guys. You wanted it. You know, and I'd be so okay with that. And I'm so curious if I think I had brought it up at one point. I was like, do you guys think this is a public, like a marketing thing? Like, because I mean, people are going real hard for this.
Yes.
You know,
unified the fandom.
It really did. I mean, I think our podcast has a good group of like people who love Star Wars and like different parts of it, right? Like Craig loves the originals. James loves the sequels. I love the prequels. Zach loves the animation and Clone Wars, right?
What do I love, Mary?
You're a mixed bag. You know?
You're a mixed bag of nuts.
Cashews and almonds.
I love cashews.
See, I know. You know what I mean? Like we are a good mix. And every single person on this podcast was like, why are we not doing this? right?
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that they love the script. Soderbergh and Adam Driver loved the script, and he was down. He was motivated. He was hyped. He wanted to do it. He wanted to come back to Star Wars. No one was
I
forcing him to
know.
come back. He wanted
And
to come back on his own accord.
and it's that thing we always say. I think every single one of us has said this. Use the actors while you can.
Mm-hmm.
Do not make the same mistake with Carrie. Do not make the same mistake with Harrison and Mark. I mean, they still use Mark. They're going to use him until he's gone for sure and stuff. Harrison Ford got out. He got out, but
so I was going to say earlier, when you made the point that Adam Driver is like an indie actor, that he wouldn't have box office tied to him, like major box office, not like a Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
What about Daisy Ridley? She hasn't done anything huge after the sequel. She's done a lot of movies, but she's not particularly box office, like a huge box office draw. I mean, I got to talk to her. I got to meet her in person, see her in the flesh. She's great.
Yeah.
Super great. Like, she made me a fan more than I'd ever been before, the way she was talking to me. So, I mean, they still have that film greenlit, ready to go with a director that hasn't really directed a film before, a big film.
And that scares me, but because I feel like, you know who she reminds me of? She reminds me of Hayden. After the prequels, she got hated on a lot because of the things with her character that happened and stuff like that. Is she an amazing actress? Absolutely.
The difference between her and Hayden, though, Hayden did films before Star Wars, and he had Oscar buzz.
Yes, she did.
Daisy, the opposite, but then she didn't have any Oscar buzz for anything.
Yeah,
which I don't think that's a comment of her, like commentary on her acting. I think it's just she hasn't been in like Oscar worthy, Oscar baity type stuff.
Yep. I don't know. Yeah, I guess she's kind of in that same. I would say everyone outside of Oscar Isaac has like blockbuster, like standalone abilities.
But I mean, do you even think Oscar Isaac is like box office?
Oh yeah.
You think so?
I do. Oscar Isaac's a great example.
And starred Oscar Isaac, you would just want to go see it to see Oscar
Frankenstein?
Isaac. That's a Netflix film. It was in the theater for 2 weeks.
I know, but I know so many people who are like, you need to go see it in the theater. Mm-hmm. Oscar Isaac is amazing in it.
And then Oscar Isaac wasn't the first choice for that film. It was Andrew Garfield.
Yep. And then Andrew Garfield didn't work out. I know Guillermo del Toro was talking about that and stuff and how like things happen and it works out for what it's supposed to be and stuff. I did not go see it in the theaters because, like you said, it was only for 2 weeks. So I didn't have the time like frame to be able to go see it. But I talked to about 15 people who are all like, you need to go see it. Oscar Isaac is amazing in it and stuff. Jacob Elordi is amazing in it and stuff.
That's a tall dude.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I love him. Did you watch him in
I've seen nothing of his.
Really? You never seen Euphoria? You know what? You shouldn't. No. You have young adult daughters. Don't watch Euphoria. He did that A24 film Priscilla where he plays Elvis. Yeah. And that was amazing.
I haven't seen it, but I know Kaylee Spaney's in it, and she was just an alien. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Priscilla Presley watched that version of it, and she was like blown away by his performance as Elvis and stuff. So, I mean, he's a great actor too. I think out of the sequel 3, 4,
the big 3, the big 4,
the big 4, including Adam Driver.
Yeah.
I think Oscar Isaac has the most Oscar-worthy ability to like pull a film.
The pun.
Yeah.
So I will say this. I hated Oscar Isaac the first time I saw him. He was in that movie Sucker Punch.
Yes.
And I did want to punch him in the face. Because
That's how you know he did a good job. That's how you know he did a good job.
He was so annoying. And he like was chewing scenery and he was acting like he was like the actor of the film. Like, who's this dude? Like, who does this dude think he is?
Oscar Isaac.
And I was like, I'm here for the female leads, not this dude.
Oh, that's
I'm here
hilarious.
because it's directed by Zack Snyder, not this random guy.
That's the other part, right? Like, who has Oscar Isaac worked with? He's worked with some pretty
he's collected directors a lot like Adam Driver has.
Yeah, Daisy, not so much.
Yeah, she's done a lot of stuff though. But
do you think that's why though? Do you think she's doing a lot of these smaller roles and things? Well, not smaller roles, but smaller movies and stuff to like build up her repertoire?
Yeah, I mean, she wants to be a working actor, of course, and she's kind of waiting for her next Star Wars thing. And I think her next Star Wars paycheck's gonna be decent. I think she only got paid $100,000 for The Force Awakens.
Whew,
she didn't make that much. Yeah, that's nothing to star in Star Wars. 100 or 300, somewhere in there. I don't know. I can't remember that well.
If it's 100, that's pretty sad.
And Harrison Ford got 50 million.
Man,
but
Harrison Ford is another example of someone who can do Marvel and Star Wars. He played Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay. If Harrison Ford played Red Hulk, Robert Downey Jr. can play a Jedi.
That'd be so weird. I don't know.
I think it'd be fine. I think he's that type of actor that if he came into Star Wars, he knows how to switch. Like he's
a top-tier actor.
Yes. I'm not worried about seeing Iron Man when I see him as in Doomsday. Yeah, in Doomsday. So I can see him coming to Star Wars and him be like, this is not Iron Man. This is not Doctor Doom. This is this character, right? Yeah. He's one that I can see do that. Brie Larson too. I can totally see her do that. Chris Evans, not so much. If he plays a Jedi in a Star Wars movie, I'd be like, this is too close to Captain America goody two shoes-ness. Unless he's a corrupt Jedi.
Did you ever watch the movie Sunshine?
No, I don't think so.
So he played almost like it's hard to describe this character. He was a scientist, but he was more he was a little bit more testosterone filled than most scientists.
Okay.
But yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, directed by Danny Boyle. It's a story about humanity has to travel to the sun to reignite it because it's gotten a little too dim. I know I'm like simplifying this way like a lot, but yeah, they travel on a ship called the Icarus. A huge ensemble cast. Rose Byrne, who was one of the doubles in Attack of the Clones, was in it. Michelle Yeoh, Wong, who plays Wong in Marvel, he's in it. He's a young guy. Chris Evans is in it, of course. And it's directed by Danny Boyle.
Okay.
And Cillian Murphy is the star of it.
I love Cillian Murphy.
Yeah. And it was kind of one of those weird kind of like, it was a Fox Searchlight movie, and it was like an in-between, like, do we want this in the theater? Do we want it on home video? And then they did this weird like marketing thing where they showed you the endings of, how should I say this? I guess spoilers for over the almost 20-year-old movie, but the endings of
I haven't seen it yet
per se. Yeah, maybe I'm ruining it for you, but Mark Strong was in it too.
Okay.
Before he did a lot of his stuff, but I remember watching it on my CRT screen, my Sony Trinitron CRT computer monitor, and I'm like, why are they showing me like spoilers here? I don't know. It was weird marketing, but it's a really good film though.
Okay, really I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, it's almost like one of those like happy, depressing movies. Yeah, it'll bring you down, but it'll bring you up too.
All right, good warning.
Yeah, it's hard for me to rewatch it because it's just, you think about stuff, you think about like the ultimate end of the earth and the sun and endings and yeah.
Well, good thing that's not happening for billions of years.
That's what they say. Yeah.
Yeah. Not for us. We won't be here for that, but
our
someone
kids,
eventually.
kids, great times 1,000 grandkids. So yeah, what were we talking about? Star Wars. James is supposed to be here to say that because that's what he always says when we start talking about stuff.
What are we talking about
but
today?
It's all connected. It's all connected.
Yeah. We're having fun creating theories.
And it's Black Friday.
Alternates. Yeah. Do you want to do some trivia?
Yeah, let's do some trivia. I just pulled up the cards right now.
Oh, nice. Maybe I heard them. That's why I was all like, it just clicked in. Let me see. I'm gonna pull some up for you too.
All right, here's the first question, Mary.
Oh no. Okay.
How many quad laser cannons did the Millennium Falcon have? If you just think about it, you can get it.
Bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
One on the bottom. 2, 3.
Well, listen to what you said. You said one on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then
there's 2 on the sides. No.
You're maybe thinking about the little cannon that pops down.
Yes.
And that shoots the snowtroopers in Empire. They're not counting that.
So just one?
No. Remember in A New Hope when I think Luke goes up the ladder and Han goes down the ladder.
So 2.
So there's 2, yeah.
Gotcha. I literally am trying to count them all. 1, 2. I just got my nails done. Oh, this is really hard. It's really hard to type.
It's really hard to type.
It is. I am doing like the scrolling thing. Yeah.
Okay, you should remember this one. This is kind of a review.
Okay.
Which ship lacks landing gear?
Millennium Falcon.
No. You're not.
I'm gonna start insulting
Mary.
I'm not. I'm just, you know what? Just go with my gut reaction.
You're like, the world is watching me right now.
Let me tell you, when it was you and Craig the other night, and I was in the chat, I got every single one of them.
That's just the weirdest thing. When you watch all these trivia and game shows, and like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you're like screaming, like, what is wrong with you?
Get it together. The answer is 4. Oh man. Okay, I have one for you so I can stop embarrassing myself for a second.
All right. Let's embarrass myself.
Which cast member was enrolled at Harvard while shooting the prequels?
Natalie Portman.
Yeah, good job. Dang it. See, why can't you give me even ones like that?
All right, Mary. Which ship lacks landing gear?
Oh, shoot.
It's not the Millennium Falcon.
Okay. It's not a TIE fighter.
It is a TIE fighter.
Is it the Defender?
No, it's a TIE fighter.
Oh, shit.
Because you know how the wings, it just lands on the wings. We lost your sound. Did you unplug your mic in your excitement? Now you're on mute on StreamYard.
How about now?
You're good.
Yay. Sometimes I just have to unplug it and replug it in. Okay. Attack of the Clones takes place 10 years after which battle? Not going to do the Mary approach of just yelling things out. This is why I can never
It's
do
a particular battle name.
Kinda. I'll give you this. It's the Battle of.
So I've heard several ways to say it.
Okay.
I just want to hit it right on the head here.
The Battle of.
And I'm not sure if it's this, but was it the Battle of Feed?
Nope.
No. The Naboo battle?
Yes.
The Battle of Naboo?
Yeah. 10 years.
I've heard people say Battle of Feed, which is the city in Naboo. And that's where the palace is and all that.
According to BuzzFeed, that is not
okay, BuzzFeed, okay. All right, I got one for you here. Okay. Who placed the secret plans into R2-D2's memory banks?
Andor and Jyn Erso? No. Leia.
Yes.
They got it too, Leia. Leia put it in R2. See, again, just I thought processed it out loud. Okay. What did Luke Skywalker use to distract Darth Vader during the duel in Empire Strikes Back?
To distract him?
Mm-hmm. During their duel.
I guess it was that that tube that shot the carbonite.
Yeah.
I guess technically is that. What's the actual verbatim answer there?
An exhaust tube.
Okay, an exhaust tube. Okay. All right, Mary, you got to get this one. Who said?
No pressure.
Who said? You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Oh, Han Solo.
Correct. Nice. You get points. Full points.
Yes. Yay. Okay. Which character does Oscar-winning actress Lupita Nyong'o? Oh man, I'm butchering this. Nyong'o portray in The Force Awakens.
Maz Kanata.
Yep. Man, she is gorgeous.
It's odd that she grew up in Mexico and she's like, she knows fluent Spanish. Cool. She grew up in Mexico and in Africa, I believe.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right, Mary. Who attacked R2-D2 and disabled him as he was traversing the rocky canyons of Tatooine?
It was the Jawas.
Correct.
Yes. Thank the maker. While filming The Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader did not actually say, "No, I am your father," in order to keep the film's big twist under wraps. What was the line spoken instead?
Obi-Wan is your father.
No.
Wait, read that again.
Okay. While filming The Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader did not actually say, "No, I am your father," in order to keep the film's big twist under wraps. What line was spoken instead? So spoken on the set.
I thought that was what was spoken. Obi-Wan is your father.
Obi-Wan killed your father.
Oh, my bad. It's getting late. I'll use the correct excuse. It's getting late, guys.
Right. I'm tired.
It's getting late. It's 12:44 a.m. where I'm at.
Don't get cocky trivia. That's why we named it this way.
Yeah,
don't get sleepy trivia.
Don't get sleepy trivia. That's the better name. Who destroyed the Death Star?
Luke Skywalker.
Correct.
Oh my god! So you know how we said the NSYNC question would be a good trivia question?
Yeah.
I'm literally looking at it. That question right now.
Yeah.
Which
Who is
90s
the
boy
boy
band was
band?
originally supposed to appear in Attack of the Clones?
Yeah.
NSYNC.
NSYNC. Ooh, I got a good question for you, Mary.
Okay.
This is one from the old mental Rolodex. Keeping in line with the boy band that was maybe not in the movie, but they were on set. Name me one popular celebrity that was invited to Skywalker Ranch to screen The Phantom Menace from the MTV special that was aired back in the 90s. Just one
Carson
celebrity.
Daly?
No, he's a host. He doesn't count.
Dang it.
You can't name MTV VJs.
Dang it.
So all you have to do is think about popular 90s, like MTV. Young people, celebrities.
Britney Spears? Fred Durst.
I don't. You might be right on Fred Durst. I don't know, but that's not one I know. I know a few of them.
Marshall Mathers.
You got to name the one that I'm thinking of. It's a little unfair.
All of these are correct. I know Fred Durst for sure because there's a picture of him.
Okay.
There.
So one legendary rock star that just passed was also there.
Ozzy
was there.
Man.
Ozzy was there. Ryan Reynolds was there. Seth Green was there.
Seth Green, man.
Yeah.
Love that guy. He'd be great in a Star Wars movie.
Well, he's already worked really close with George Lucas. They created a series called Detours.
Yep.
And it's not a Disney series.
Nope. No, it's not.
Adult-oriented series. But they worked together. And he was able to bring out the side of George that we rarely see. The off-camera side of George.
I love that so much. Yeah. Okay. Here's one. Sticking on the theme of 90s. Which Star Wars character references the Beastie Boys in terms of both his name and his costume design?
Which who?
Which Star Wars character references the Beastie Boys in terms of both his name and his costume design?
Name, I know 3 of them, but I don't know about costume design.
It's a male character.
Is it Elo Asty?
Yeah.
And there's 2 others in the sequels under JJ because he's a big Beastie Boys fan. He put them in Star Trek.
What are those?
I don't know. I said I knew them, but I don't know. They're named after, I think, a couple of their albums, and they sound like Elo Asty sounds like Hello Nasty.
Yeah.
But I think there's 2 more out there that I just don't remember anymore.
Man, I have not listened to the Beastie Boys in a long time.
Yeah, Intergalactic popped up the other day when I was delivering pizza.
Nice. Oh no, I accidentally clicked an ad. One more each, and then call it a night.
All right.
Okay. Han Solo boasted that the Millennium Falcon made the Kessel Run in less than how many parsecs?
12.
Good job.
Thank you. All right, here's your last question. Who said,
all right,
concentrate all fire on that Super Star Destroyer?
Concentrate all that fire on that Super Star Destroyer.
No, not quite. What? Concentrate all fire on that Super Star Destroyer.
Oh. It's one of the... I'm picturing him. It's a man.
It's a man. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but...
Well, it's not Akbar, is it?
It is Admiral Akbar.
Yeah. It's a man's
man
voice.
Fish.
A man's voice.
You know, one of my favorite Star Wars things that exists was, I guess it was like 20 years ago or something, or maybe more than 20 years ago. There was that whole thing with, Mississippi State, the university.
Yeah.
They wanted to change their mascot.
Yep.
Because they thought it was maybe not as sensitive as it should be. But they still wanted to be called the Rebels. And they wanted to take Admiral Akbar on as their mascot. And ESPN was going around and showing like the co-eds the picture of Admiral Akbar. And it was usually to the women on campus. And they were like, is that some kind of like fish man? Is that a catfish?
Yes, that would be correct.
And that was so awesome. I was like, please, if I ever wanted anything in my life, I want this university to have Admiral Akbar as its mascot. That'd be so great.
Gosh, that would have been great.
But it didn't happen.
Copyright.
I don't know what their mascot is now. I don't know.
We should look it up.
Yeah.
It's not Admiral Akbar.
I think they just got rid of their mascot altogether. They're just called the Rebels.
Interesting.
Because I think their mascot was like a Confederate soldier or something.
Oh yeah, that's rough. That's kind of rough.
Yeah.
I mean, history.
Yeah.
It is history.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. I think I'm going to start doing this once a month until SpaceCon comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Hayden Christensen, if you're watching this, I went all the way to Japan to see you, sir.
You're like, I love you.
I love you so much. Please. I just want one picture. One picture. If you want to put your arm around me, yay. If you don't, that's so fine too.
Okay, so I'll throw in my 2 cents here. So you shouldn't be talking to Hayden Christensen about this. You should be talking to the guy that's watching us from Countdown City Geeks. He has the power.
I sent him a text message today offering anytime if he needs any assistance and stuff like that. I'm more than welcome. I'm more than happy to assist. It would be my pleasure. If that just so happens to be with Hayden Christensen, you need someone to like go get him a bottle of water. I will go get him a bottle of water. I will make sure that man stays hydrated for that con.
There is a table full of waters backstage, Mary. So
I will pick it up from the table and hand it to him. I will just do the quick pivot. Here you go, sir.
Yeah.
Man, when we were in Japan,
mm-hmm.
Austin and I were like, I was like, do you want to meet him? This is our chance.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yes. I bought 2 separate meetings because I would not let Austin be a part of my meet and greet with Hayden. I said, sir, you can meet him on your own, or I can meet him a second time with you, but I get one on my own.
Yeah, when you meet him, he looks like Hayden Christensen.
I know. I saw him walk across the room. I said,
yeah.
That's him.
Yeah. And when I saw him at the airport, I was like, wow, that's him. I'm going to tell people that I saw him and they're not going to believe me. So I got to go approach him and get a picture with him.
When you sent that picture, wait, because you text us first. You're like, hey, Hayden Christensen's here at the airport. And I said, Bolt. Got myself. I said, no, sir. Definitely
Bull
not.
stuff.
But in another term. You saw it in real time. And then you sent the picture through, and I was literally gonna flip a table.
No.
I was like, I think my only response to you was like, tell him he owes me a meet and greet.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I was not going to approach him because it feels like he doesn't necessarily want to be approached all the time in real life.
Yeah. Well, especially when he has his daughter.
Other people, especially because he had his daughter and his ex-wife was there.
Rachel.
The mother of his daughter.
Summer from the OC.
Yeah, Rachel Bilson. Yeah. And I saw guys walking up to him, and he had a smile on his face, and he was talking to them, and I was thinking, I probably should go talk to him and just go say hi and bye real quick. And when I did that, and I thought about it today too, Mary. I was thinking about it in the car, because I just told him, I said, can I get a selfie? He said, yeah, sure. We took the selfie and I looked at him. I said, thanks for everything. And I started to walk away and he like looked at me with like this face like he wanted to say more. And I'm leaving and I'm like, wait a minute, should I stop? I don't know. It just seems like he doesn't want to like be in those situations, you know?
Yeah.
So I just try to like.
He's more private for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like he's really coming around to it and stuff. He's doing more interviews. I think I saw a clip of him like at a baseball game with his daughter and they were singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game over like a mic and stuff for the crowd. So I think he's like, I think he feels safer now to do those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And he's more open to it and stuff. I think if this was like 6 years ago, absolutely not. I never would have approached him. I would have just like from a distance been like, hello, goodbye, and stuff. And that's it.
Yeah. Can you think of any other situation that Ewan and Hayden are in right now? They were beloved classic characters, but initially not really universally loved by fans, but then years passed and now they are.
It makes sense to me because it's that situation. Like it's the same thing that's going to happen with the sequels.
It's already happening with the sequels. Look at Adam Driver.
I know. Like
I didn't think that many people were going to freak out and be like, we need that movie now. I mean,
I don't know. I remember watching the prequels and stuff, and I remember loving them. But everyone who was older, my older cousins, people like just like the critics and everything were just like, no, this is so bad. This is so bad. And I'm like, I don't get what's so bad about this. I love this. I think this Anakin guy is cool. I love seeing all these Jedi fights. Like some of the best Jedi like lightsaber fights happen in the prequels, in my opinion. You know? So Darth Maul, loved that character and everything. You know, it was very exciting for me. But then I was just a kid. No one listened to me. And then I got older and stuff. And like the people my age all got older. Now we're the adults with the money to go to celebrations, to buy merch, to do all these things and stuff like that. And everyone's coming around to it, right?
Yeah.
Like now we're the people that have the voice that's being heard. While 10 years ago when the sequels came out, those little kids, we were the ones going like, oh, now the sequels or whatever and stuff like that. It's missing this, it's missing that. Those little kids are now growing up. They're in their like, someone was 8 when it came out. It's now 18. They're
My
taking
question
their.
Is, where are all the old people at that I used to hear all the time?
Well, one of them is hanging out with his kids tonight. It's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, I think that generation is falling off. I think they're done with Star Wars in a sense because everyone that they love is gone. I think this is too much content for them now.
Yeah. Possibly.
I have an older cousin who loves the originals, who was the one who showed me Star Wars and stuff. He couldn't tell you anything about anything that's happening now when it comes to Star Wars. He watches the first 3. He watches the originals over and over and stuff, and that's it. I tell him, why don't you try this and that and stuff? And they're like, no, I don't like that. No, this will just ruin this for me and stuff. It's too much content for them. And it is a lot of content and stuff for anyone like starting fresh, watching all of it. Do you remember how long it took? Did you watch everything as it came out? Or was there ever a moment where you had to catch up?
The only stuff I didn't watch exactly when it came out was the original trilogy. Everything else I've seen at like that weekend or that Thursday or that midnight.
You've never had a catch up space in life for Star
Well,
Wars.
I mean, I haven't, like I've said the story so many times on the podcast. I got married, had a baby right when Clone Wars debuted, and I tried watching it on Cartoon Network, but I just couldn't. I couldn't really afford the cable. I really didn't have the time because I had to watch the little kid. So it was it was a lot.
Yeah. So I think that's a big part of it too for that group.
Mm-hmm.
It's just way too much for them to catch up on. It's too much content.
Yeah. But it's good for podcasting.
They can just watch us. We'll tell them everything they need to know.
We would have to read all the books. And
Zach and I have a book club. We're already talking about what we're going to do after Dark Disciple.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's another Black Friday in the books. And just thinking about that trailer. Just thinking about how it should have been the tradition.
Would you have wanted a Mando trailer or a Starfighter?
Yeah, I mean, they could have done that. I mean, that would have been cool.
Which one would you have wanted, though? Mando or Starfighter?
Probably Starfighter. Because I want to see moving images already for Starfighter. I want to get really hyped up about that. It's going to be, I bet you anything, this is what we're going to get. We're going to get a bunch of cockpit shots, like high speed, and the camera's just going to be flying around like the X-Wing or whatever Ryan Gosling's ship is. And
then the Millennium Falcon just swooping through.
Yeah. Yep, that's the trailer. Cool. That sounds good to me. Anytime
that'd be cool.
And I remember J.J. Abrams, he's like, yeah, if you have the Millennium Falcon, that's badass, but you gotta have a story. Anytime you can have the Falcon, yes, but you still gotta come up with a story.
Yeah.
So
I know you and Craig talked about this the other night. Donald Glover. Do you think now everything's said and done, he's going to come back as Lando?
Well, he's already kind of said before, like the big health scare that we found out about.
Him and his brother.
His brother, I mean, he's got that connection.
Yep.
Writing Lando. I think that would really solidify that connection more between him and his brother, doing a project together, be around family more. And he is a world-renowned rapper. I think acting is less intense than rapping on stage and like dancing around and that whole thing.
Stopped that. He stopped that a year ago and stuff after he had his kid and everything. He said,
but he announced that he had the stroke and the hole in his heart on stage at a gig, right?
Nogflog. Yeah, it's a concert, Nogflog.
Okay.
It's like a music festival, but he slowed that down a lot. Like after he had a kid, he said that the music part was going to slow down tremendously. And I think his quote was like, I'm not 25 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't keep doing all of it.
I found out he's 2 years younger than me. He's 42.
Yeah.
And I feel my age sometimes. And I'm like, I just got to take a nap.
Dude, that was me today.
Yeah, well, that was me today too.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to do some research for the podcast. And I was like, yeah, I'm tired.
You should just text me. You should just text me. I would have done it.
Well, I was supposed to be doing all kinds of other stuff. And I just didn't because I was like, I'm running low on energy. And I got to deliver pizza tonight.
So for the people who don't know, I work in coffee. And I think I drink about like 6 shots of espresso a day, just tasting and quality controlling and stuff like that for the stores. And
I've
today
never
only
drank
had 2.
a single cup of espresso in my life.
I plan to do a coffee crawl when we're in San Antonio. Like that is my thing. Anytime I go somewhere new, I do a coffee crawl and stuff.
Big thing down
so you'll have if you come with me, you'll go get a lot of espresso.
Oh man, I'm gonna be like all jittery and jacked up.
We'll do the coffee crawl and then we'll go set up at SpaceCon.
Yeah, of course we have Starbucks. We also have Dutch Brothers down here, and then we have a mom and pop, I think, called On the Grind.
Probably do that.
Yeah,
I like to support small local and stuff.
I think they're growing a lot. I think they have like spots, like they're like one of those shops where it's just like a small building with a drive-through on both sides of the walls.
Cute, like an old school In-N-Out.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what an old school In-N-Out is, but I think I get your gist there. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like that.
All right. Ooh,
right,
we gotta force feed you Whataburger. Have you had
No.
Whataburger?
No.
Okay.
So I don't think I could not be loyal to In-N-Out. I'll eat McDonald's. I love a good McDonald's.
Yeah, they're the same everywhere. But yeah, In-N-Out, I'm fine with it. I'll stop by sometimes.
Texas In-N-Out is so different than California In-N-Out.
I don't know, because I've done California In-N-Out and it feels like the same.
You're not ordering the right thing. You're not going to the right one. I will direct you to the right In-N-Out to go to when you're here for a celebration or for the Mando Grogu movie.
It's the one where all like the Emmy winners go to after they.
No, that one's the worst. The Hollywood one is the worst. That's the worst.
Okay.
One. But we'll go there if you want to go there. You'll probably see somebody.
Nice.
The Glendale ones get a lot of people too.
Okay.
If you live in Southern California, you live in Los Angeles, go to the Glendale In-N-Out off a brand. You'll run into someone.
So let me ask you this: how are the people in LA? How do they react to celebrities going to like In-N-Out and places like that? Is it usually just no reaction? They just like look at them and like, oh,
no. Okay, so Travis Barker visits one of my stores that I currently like for the company I currently work for and stuff. And they will like people in the community don't really say or do anything. The employees will like hide and try to take pictures from a distance because we've like pulled film and stuff because they'll be like, oh, Travis was here. And like, we're like, no, he wasn't. And stuff. And we'll pull film and we'll see him there. And then we'll like zoom the camera to the side and you just see a bunch of like kids going like this and stuff. At In-N-Out, like, so I have seen all different situations, especially like at Disneyland, at In-N-Out and stuff. At Disneyland, the lead singer Pete from Fall Out Boy was standing next to the Small World ride. One lady and her small daughter approached him. She was like, I really loved you. I grew up listening to your music, etc. and stuff. And he was like, yeah, thanks and stuff like that. And then like they see one person do it and then more people start to come and stuff like that. But I've also seen situations where like no one says or does a single thing. They just like kind of let them be. Justin Long used to go to this dive bar in Burbank all the time. And anytime we would see him there,
I saw Justin Long this
person.
Year.
Oh, nice.
Like Fantastic Fest.
Nice. Every time we saw him at that bar, one dude always be like, hey, Justin. So it's kind of a mixed bag where people like are either scared or people act like they're their best friends or you know what I mean? Like, I think it's it just depends on who the celebrity is. I think if Pedro Pascal walked into an In-N-Out, forget it. It would be a situation. Taylor, what they do a lot, especially with In-N-Out, is they go through drive-thrus. That's a nice thing about that is like if they don't want to be approached, they will just stay in their car and go through a drive-thru.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's pretty much it. I think it's 1:09 a.m. where I'm at.
I think it's time for bed.
I think it's time to go to sleep. Yeah. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone that listens and has been listening. I know we dropped a bunch of podcasts this week because we all thought about you guys. You guys are traveling, going to see family, and trying to make it more.
Trying to get away from your family.
Yeah. Helping you handle all situations out there where you can listen to podcasts. So, yeah, I'm just thinking about you. And thank you so much for listening to us and all of our pop culture talk tonight. And for Mary, my name is David. May the force be with you.
Always.
This is the way.
It's a trap.
I had that thing, that trivia question I could have just read the answer for, but I don't remember it. It's late, guys. It's really late. I'll use my Craig 5 excuse. All right. I guess see you Sunday night. I don't know.
See you Sunday.
I bet there's going to be a bunch of news that drops.
Oh, right. Yeah, for sure.
Bye.